Hello all, welcome to the new video, and today we will discuss some of the common errors that can be asked in interview, that how you have resolved it, how you have debugged those issues as a DevOps engineer. And I will list down all the questions description section, and please note down all the points that I'm telling. That will be helpful for all of you. So first we'll start with Git. So first error that is that they can ask it, have you encountered git merge conflict? And if yes, how have you resolved it? So you can tell that basically git merge conflict has occurred when developers are working on the same code, same lines, and that's why they are committing. Some error is coming, something is missing, they have not taken the updates properly, and when they're committing, because of that issue is coming. While so that's why, how have you resolved it? You have to check, you have done git status, you have checking that on which lines that it is giving the error, where the conflict is occurring. You have opened the files, you have checked it manually, then you have started adding one by one all the files, started committing all the files, and then if there is any update issue, then it is resolved by that. And if there is some issue like branching strategy is not correct or something, then yeah, in this way you have tried to resolve the issue. So for Jenkins, the question can be that you have uh, you have built a GitHub webhook, but the build is not getting triggered. So what can be the issue and how have you resolved it? So basically, first of all, when you configure Git webhook, the path should be correct. Like it should be Jenkins URL slash GitHub webhook, then slash. The context path URL should be correct. If it is not correct, that should be checked first. The path is correct. Secondly, if some plugins are not installed properly, that should be checked, like GitHub webhook plugin. So that should be checked. If the number of executors during the master slave configuration, the number of executors that we have given, that is not correct, or something is missing, more number of executors are required, something like that, that should be checked. Or there is some authentication issue, that should be checked. So in this way, you can tell that these were the errors that I have faced, and after checking the configurations that we have done, we try to resolve that issue. Secondly, if in Jenkins they are saying that pipeline is failing, how will you resolve it? You'll check the console output. You can go and check the logs like slash where slash logs slash jenkins dot logs. You can go there, you can check the logs, and whatever the error is there, try to resolve that, and try to put in script, pipeline script, try to put the failure commands so that we can debug the issue more properly. So yeah, this all you can tell. Then in Jenkins, it is the out of disk or something issue which is coming, the memory is not there. Then you should try to clean your workspace, try to discard old bills. You can clean your workspace using clean ws in and brackets in while writing the pipeline scripts. So in this way, try to clean up your bills, yeah, clean up your workspace, and then resolve this issue. In Docker, what happens now? Docker, when we are creating the image, okay, it is like the output is going on, and the result is not coming out. It goes in like infinite loop, hanging state. Then what can be the issue? Check that what is the image that you have taken, base image. Maybe it's a very heavy image, or maybe the image is not official image. So always try to use the alpine images. Try to check if try to use cache in this. while building we should use cache, so that if there is something in cache already, it can fetch it from there. Okay. And sometimes the docker container which is running, it stops running, it goes into, like, it is not active. Then how can you check it? You should check the docker logs. You can check the docker cpu and memory, like docker stats of that container. You have to check the logs. You can do docker exec it, check the logs, and then try to identify the issue, and then we have to resolve it accordingly. If there is any cpu or memory issue, or if there is any other network issue is there, like network or something like this, then we have to resolve it. Then in Kubernetes, the most common question they ask that, have you ever faced crash loop back off state and how have you resolved it? So crash loop back state comes due to various reasons, like if there is like out of memory issue or memory issue, or some connection is not properly happening, or there is some dns error, or there is some deployment error. So basically the the pod is trying to come up but it's not able to come. So basically what we have to check first, we have to check the logs first of all. That is the basic reason. And the most common error, if they can ask, what scenario have you faced, like sometime that you can tell that there was a database connection issue, which is why the pods were going to fail state, because they were not able to connect to the database. And because of that, pod was not able to connect to the database, and it was again going into that crash loop back state. This was one of the scenario that I have seen in my organization. And you can tell that sometime there is an out of memory issue. We have to check the resource limit request of cpu and memory. If it is required to be increased or some cleanup is required, that we have to do. Or if there is some dns error, or some deployment application error, that we need to solve. And also there is image pull back of, like, this error is also they can ask. So basically the image that we have given, it's not correct. We have to check the image name tag everything, and what the image is pulling, and if it's a private registry, so is it the tokens that we are providing is correct or not. So basically this we have to tell. And see, monitoring is very important, so you should use that daily. The monitoring tool that you are using in your organization, you are checking the logs there first of all. If some spike is seeing or something is and the spike, it's not one time, like continuously for many days you're seeing the spike is going, or some unusual activity and you are seeing, then you have to readily report it. And prevention is this only, that before any error should come or any issue should come, before that only we should start taking the prevention. In terraform they can ask that what happens when the state when there is a resource drift, like what will you do. So basically you have to do terraform plan a refresh wall, something like this, to get the status of all the data, what is mismatching, what configuration is missing. Or if you want to, like, there are few resources, you can do terraform import, terraform plan, basically to see the status, terraform show. So something everything you have to try to resolve and come at the same page. If there is a state locking issue, like the lock is not getting removed, and other person is not able to, in terraform only, other person is not able to do the changes. So you have to identify which resource is creating a lock. Manually you have to remove that lock. And try to try to keep the state file in a remote db, because backend, because so that it will itself create a state locking, and if one person is doing the change, other person is not able to do. So basically this type of the things you can tell over there. So, yeah, that's all for today's video. We will again bring the series of these common errors and fixing how to fix them now on till the time we have covered most of them, so that it's easy for you guys for the interview. And also, one thing I want to bring everyone in notice, that I'm also, like, as you know, I'm also applying on Naukri and everything, and the people who are watching my videos are also preparing for interviews and everything. So today I got a call from one person, and he was asking my like every PAN card, Aadhaar card details and everything. So I understand, but I was not able to understand that before interview why he's asking about those details and everything. And also he was showing a urgency of everything, that I'm on a call, try to send me the mail right now and everything, I'll schedule an interview after that, and this and that. He was trying to be genuine, showing genuine things and everything, but he was not giving me a minute to think. Like, I was telling him, that person, that okay, give me some time, I'll revert you, but that person was like, okay, I'm on a call, you give me these details, send me this, tell me your PAN number and everything. So I found it a suspicious thing, and I didn't give it. I hung up the call and blocked the number. So basically, I'm telling you, I'm narrating this incident because what happens when we are in search of jobs and everything, and so we trust, like, we that person was trying, he sent me a mail and everything, so it looked very genuine. But whenever you are feeling that a other person is showing urgency, and it's not letting you even think for a minute, then you should not take a step like that, or in spontaneous step should be not taken, because they want you to take that step. They will not give you a time to think. And in that, if you made a mistake, that's not good. So if you are thinking that a person is not letting you think for a moment, and you need time to think, you can, and he's asking you some details which are your personal, and they should be confidential and sensitive data, and he's not even letting you time to think for a minute or hung up the call, you should not respond to that person spontaneously, because that's what they are looking, that you should take those steps, but you should not do it. And also, once you are finding that the person is suspicious or something, you should block that guy and also report, so that if that person is calling somebody else, at least a notification should go that this is a suspected spam number. So if many people are reporting that person, then that label is put suspected spam. So at least a person who is that person, if he's calling someone else, at least that guy is aware, and he will not pick up the call, or he'll be alert. So yeah, if you find such thing, or if you find any suspicious mail, always try to report and block it. So I wanted to bring you guys all this in notice, because what happens, we are in a job hunt, and sometimes we try to, I'm not saying everyone is aware, everyone is alert of the frauds that are going on, but still sometime it happens, like they create such an urgency, and they will make it so genuine that you will feel like, okay, fine, you're okay with giving the details spontaneously, but you should not do it if you are finding that it's you need some time to think. You should take your time, and you should just hang up the call, and don't do any, like, in that hurry. You should not do something which is not good for you. So basically, I wanted to bring this in notice. So yeah, that's all. Thank you for the for your response and everything, and all for today. Bye.